Hello, everybody. This is Robin Smith, Press Secretary with the Regional Municipality of Wood Buffalo. I'd like to thank you for joining us on this call. First, we're going to start off with some introductions and names. On this call, we have Bernie Schmidt, Forestry Manager for Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. We have Dale Benfeld, the Acting Executive Director of Community and Policing Services from the Regional Municipality of Wood Buffalo. We have Darby Allen, Regional Fire Chief and Director of Emergency Management with the RMWB. And we have Christopher Graham, Assistant Deputy Chief of Emergency Management. I'm going to start off by letting Darby give an opening statement.
Sure. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us this evening. We're going to go through some information, but firstly, I just want to say it's a sad day for everyone in McMurray. We've had a devastating day, and our hearts and prayers go out to people. Our job this evening is to give you an update on what's occurred and what may occur in the future. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Bernie to give an update on the wildfire situation.
Good evening. My name is Bernie Schmidt, the Forestry Manager, Alberta Agriculture and Forestry. Today has been a devastating day. We've had explosive fire conditions on the landscape. This is brought on by extremely high temperatures, low relative humidities, and an inversion that broke around 10:30 this morning. This all resulted in very explosive conditions. All our efforts to contain and control the fire were challenged by this extreme fire behavior. Our efforts were also hampered by smoke conditions, and basically the fire behavior was beyond all control efforts. And I'll turn it back to...
Hey, Bernie. Sure. So I'm going to give an update on the fire activity within the town itself. There was serious impacts from the fire within the town site. We did lose some homes in Dickensfield. We were able to stop homes being lost along Ermine Crescent. As you go up the hill towards Abbersand, we believe the left-hand side as you go up is lost. The right side, we believe, is in reasonable shape. The fire across the Clearwater to the north of the city, we've lost about half of Abbersand properties. We believe that Beacon Hill is appears to be lost. We know that we currently have a free burning fire in the waterways and Draper area. We have not been informed of any structure fires in the downtown area. We had some spotting earlier around Hospital Street, and then that was extinguished. We have lost property in the Wood Buffalo area, and those fires are still going. I want to report on the resources situation. We have had multiple offers for help from all over the province and the country. We have quite a lot of firefighting equipment and apparatus and EMS apparatus on the way. We have the province in the REOC. We are engaged with them. We have requested more assistance with them with respect to apparatus and equipment, and then also food and water for the future. They are liaising with, so AUMA is liaising with SEMA, which is the Calgary version. They are working together on that. We have had a satellite system, backup communication system show up in case we lose cell phone coverage, and that's currently either here or very close to being here. And we're going to be here for quite a period of time. So the team that's currently in the REOC are the team that are going to be sustaining this effort. And with that, I think I'll hand it over to Dale, and he's going to speak more about the evacuees.
Thank you, Darby. Dale Benfeld. I'm working on the current operations. I am focused on the next 12 to 24 hours. Presently, we have evacuated both north and south of the city. To the north, we have approximately 17,000 citizens who have moved north. We are working with industry in the camp and lodges north to find them accommodation, to put them in a zone of safety. Our primary concern is to get everybody out of the danger zone and into safe zones. To the south, we moved 8,000 people to Anzac. 9,000 are working their way towards Lac La Biche, and I have 18,000 that have been confirmed working their way south to Edmonton. We are working with Lac La Biche and their reception center, and Edmonton, and establishing a reception center there. The majority of our citizens will most likely find the lodging and support through family and friends, but we continue to find industry partners to help us find places to put these people into a safe area. Our priority for the next 12 hours is going to be preservation of life, the identification and preservation of the critical ground or infrastructure. Those two right now are the bridge in Fort McMurray that takes and separates the north and south area across the Athabasca, as well as Highway 63, which is our lifeline north into the camps and south into the reception centers in Anzac, Lac La Biche, and south towards Edmonton. Overall, our work in the next 24 hours will be about sustainment, establishing the lodging, identifying and confirming everybody is safely out of the area, ensuring that we're feeding them and giving them the correct medical attention and assistance. We are also working towards assisting stranded citizens that have been left in areas throughout the city, as well as stranded motors on Highway 63 and 81, because fuel is now an issue. There's no more fuel in Fort McMurray, and it is being basically drained as we go south. I've got confirmation we have no fuel now in Wandering River, Grasslands, and we're just waiting for Lac La Biche. So that is a concern for us. We have got fantastic support and cooperation from all citizens that will help us safely evacuate everybody from the city. Businesses have been fantastic in providing us the support we need to make the sustainment successful. Industry, providing us all the resources, both heavy equipment and lodging, and every other community that's in Alberta right now that is providing us either direct support or moral support. And that's what we have right now.
Thanks a lot, Dale. As we go through our process in the next few days, one of the phases will be looking at what happens after and sustainability. So we're starting with that planning process in the initial stages, and Chris is going to give an update on that.
So my name is Chris Graham. I'm the Assistant Deputy Chief of Emergency Management. I'm continuing to work with industry in the province through our reps, looking at identifying critical resources and the priorities for movement into the region by both land routes and by air routes. My priority is to work on the next 24 to 36 hours and to support Dale's needs with provision of fuel, food, and water to critical areas. I'll continue to be identifying those as we go along.
Okay, thanks very much, Chris. So I just want to kind of wrap things up a little bit by letting you know that everybody here, RMWB staff, forestry staff, everybody has given everything today to do the very best they could. We will continue to do that, to do the very best for you. We appreciate that some of you have lost properties. We have people working here right now that have lost property too. We are encouraged at this time that we have had no serious injuries reported through REOC, and we hope that continues. And we will come back again sometime tomorrow and update again. We're able to take some questions at this time.
Hello everyone, this is Robin Smith. So we are now going to start reading questions from the chat, and our speakers here will respond to them first by identifying themselves, and then they'll give their comment. So our first question, are there any reported injuries or fatalities at this time?
This is Darby. There are no, we had a little report of a sprained ankle. We had someone had fallen over and scuffed their knee. I think it was a knee, but we've had no serious injuries or fatalities at this time.
Okay. Second question, estimated number of homes or properties damaged or destroyed?
We don't have a clear estimate amount of properties that have been damaged or lost at this time. We are still very much in the extinguishment mode, and those type of statistics will be gathered at another phase in this operation.
Do we have a number of displaced residents available?
Dale here, as spoken. To the north, we have 17,000 that we can account for heading north, 8,000 that are in the Anzac area at the reception center. We have counted at least 9,000 heading south on 881 towards the Lac La Biche area, and about 18,000 that have been counted heading out south through towards Edmonton and the 63.
Okay. So follow-up question here is 53,000 approximately are estimated to have evacuated, but our census records close to 82,000 residents. Do we have an explanation for that gap?
Dale here, that is correct. These are not direct numbers. These are numbers based on cars and officers that are on the street. So this is not an exact science. We have gone through the communities as much as we can, utilizing the numbers that we have that are registered at the reception centers and vehicles that are moving on the road.
Okay. We've been asked if the mayor will address media tonight. We have been in contact, and we continue to be in contact with the mayor. At this time, she's not available to make a statement. She is caught in traffic, but when available,
she will be making a statement.
A statement will be made by the mayor. Question's been asked, are there any thoughts, second thoughts, on what could have been done to protect the city?
There are no second thoughts on what could have been to protect the city. I can categorically state that everything that was absolutely possible was done to protect this city, the residents, and the property within. We were faced, like Bernie said, with ferocious fire conditions, and on the day with the wind direction and what we were left, the results we've seen today. So right now, I'm not saying that after all this is over we won't learn any lessons, but right now I don't believe there is anything could have been done with respect to firefighting that would have saved any more property.
To confirm, that was Darby Allen speaking. Next question, with regards to hospital patients, where have they been moved to?
Dale here. Northern Lights Hospital has been completely evacuated. They've been moved north through care with industry sites with their ambulatory care there. We're preparing to work with the flights to move critical or those that require extensive medical care out of the areas of the 4 airports. Specifically, we're using industry airports, Syncrude, Suncor, Firebag, etc.
Next question. What is the status of the fire right now? Is it improving? Is it getting worse? And is it closer or farther away from the city?
Go ahead, Bernie.
Yeah. Bernie here with Agriculture and Forestry. The fire is still out of control. We've been challenged on many fronts as the fire came into the community. I would say that it has entered the community and has gone through the community. We've got fire that's in the Clearwater Valley, and it has crossed the Clearwater River, and this is would be southeast of waterways. We also have concerns on the northwest portion of the city. We still have a very active fire front near the Thickwood Timberlea area. All efforts again are being done to try and control that. Currently all aircraft are grounded due to the time of day.
I just want to clarify a piece on that, because it says, is it in the city? And I want to clarify, it's in the city. It is impacting communities as we speak. We are firefighting as we speak, and homes are on fire as we speak. So it's not a question of how far away it is anymore. It's here. And it doesn't mean that further places won't be impacted by the original fire, but right now we have fire burning within the city.
Anything else to add? All right, next question. What is happening with workers who are stationed in camps outside of Fort McMurray?
Dale speaking. We've worked with those oil companies to keep them on site and leave them in place because as we're trying to evacuate people away from the city, we do not want them coming into the city.
Okay, just a clarification, Chris. Workers that are on site at many of the industry sites are being flown out if they do not live in Fort McMurray. That's to free up space for everyone that is coming to north or south location.
Coming back to the hospital, do we know what the state of the hospital building itself is, the infrastructure?
The building itself is not damaged at all right now.
All right.
I assume that fly-out question is relevant to the patients.
Yes.
I think we covered that question already, right?
They've all been evacuated.
Yeah, so to confirm, all patients have been evacuated from the hospital?
Yes, and my understanding is the more critical ones would have been flown, and if not, they've been ground transported to an ulterior location.
Next question, looking to tomorrow, what is the most pressing concern for Wednesday when the temperature is supposed to be 30 with wind?
From an internal through the city point of view, I think we're going to face similar situations that we face today. We've got high temperatures. We still may have residual fire from yesterday, so we will, to some extent, still be in a fire extinguishment mode. Bernie's team will be carrying on working on the fire either within or outside of the city. So I think based on the conditions, and Bernie can comment further, we're gonna face a day that's fairly similar today.
It's Bernie here, that's correct, Chief Allen. Tomorrow is going to be another challenging day. The high winds are also, we're predicting some gusty winds. We'll have to see what comes of that. But we are definitely going to be challenged again on other fronts. And again, to reiterate, we're concerned about the Clearwater Valley, and we're also concerned about the northwest portion of Fort McMurray, the Timberlea, Thickwood area. There's still lots of active fire there, and there's a fuel type that is very volatile to fire.
Next question, does everyone who needs a bed have one tonight?
Sure.
Dale speaking. No, at this particular time, we're working to get them out of the danger zone. We will be working throughout the night to work with all lodges, camps, to find what we can for space, but that is an ongoing process we're going through right now.
Based on Bernie's comment, if the fire has gone through the majority of the community, does that mean the worst of the fire is over?
It's Bernie here again, and no, the worst of the fire is not over. We're still faced with very high temperatures tomorrow, low relative humidities, and some strong winds. The conditions this morning, things weren't very active, but once the inversion breaks, the temperature increases, the relative humidity drops, the fire behavior increases, and we get right back into that explosive situation again.
What is the status of the Athabasca River Bridge, and what's being done to protect it?
The bridge itself is fully functional right now and intact. We did have reports earlier of fire impacting the one end. I believe that situation has been resolved. So we're currently okay as far as the bridge crossing.
Next question, what is the current number of firefighters assigned to this?
It's Bernie here. The current number of firefighters is 150 firefighters assigned to the fire, and we have additional resources on order, and our Edmonton headquarters has requested resources through the Canadian Interagency Forest Fire Center, so we're going to be mobilizing firefighters from across Canada.
So with respect to RES, regular shift has about 34 people. We sent an all call to our staff, those who would like to come in, and many members came in their own time to fight fire. I believe we had about 60 firefighters on duty today. We expect to have about the same tomorrow. We've also got multiple resources coming in from different areas of the province. So, on a pumper, there'll be another 4 people. So we're expecting to see at least another, I would say, 70 or 80 firefighters sometime either tonight or tomorrow.
Can we get some additional detail on the condition of Gregoire?
Sure. Currently, there's no change from this morning in Gregoire. I know the area of the main residential area has not been impacted. We did have an explosion at the Flying J gas station, which closed the road for a period of time. I'm not aware of any loss apart from that in the I'm not aware of any loss apart from that, but I believe we did lose the trailers in Centennial Park.
Next question, is Naralta moving their workers to Firebag?
Dale speaking. At this time, I would have to get back. I do not have an answer for that yet. We are using every means to accommodate as many people as possible. Naralta is doing a fantastic job to try to free up space. So the answer is I don't know, but we could find out, but it's an ongoing process.
What is the status of food and water for evacuees and the plans to get more?
Dale speaking again. That is the 12 to 24-hour question we're working on right now. We've had a number of grocery stores within the town itself volunteer for us to utilize all materials that they have. We are working on getting the lift capacity to get that out to our evacuation sites. Most of the camps and lodges are well stocked because of the way that they handle the workforce up there. As the oil sites are already in breakup, they're anticipating large numbers of workers already, so they have those foodstuffs in location. So we are going to continue to work towards making sure everybody gets what they need, including that which supports their families.
Next question, is military help required? Has this been considered?
Yes, we have considered it, and we have requested that through the province. We have requested assistance. That assistance will come in the form, we're informed anyway, for members of the Army and members of the Air Force. We believe that assistance is approximately 2 days out. We've also requested further food supplies from the province, and we believe that is also going to be forthcoming.
And to confirm, that was Darby Allen speaking. A specific question here, do we know if the fires have gone through the RSPCA in town?
I've got no information on that.
Okay.
Which location do we know? Because
it was not specified in the question.
I don't know the answer to that, then. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Next question, can we get a little detail on the status of the Dickensfield neighborhood?
Dickensfield has been impacted by fire. I know of at least a couple of properties in Dickensfield, but I don't have any more information than that other to know that there are properties affected by fire there.
All right. How many aircraft are currently in the air fighting fire at night?
There are none. Helicopters are all IFR, meaning that they're, or excuse me, VFR, they're visual flight recording. There's none that are capable of flying at night legally.
5 minutes.
All right. Has Highway 63 been reopened south of town?
Dale speaking. That is correct. It is open to traffic south at this time, yes.
We have a couple more questions. Just to confirm, we will be trying to wrap this up within the next 5 minutes. Are the air bombers still able to fly out of the Fort McMurray Airport?
It's Bernie here, and yes, they are able to fly out of the Fort McMurray Airport, and they're being relocated tonight to other airstrips in the province so that we can fly them tomorrow morning.
All right. One more question that we've had on hold. The question's asked, what can people across the country do right now to support Fort McMurray, support the residents who've been affected by this?
Well, we've certainly been overwhelmed with the support from across the country. It's difficult to quantify that right now. We certainly appreciate the kind words and support, but we don't need money. We're not going to set up a fund for money. We just, if it's specific agencies such as fire departments, EMS, specific resources that are being offered, then that number can come through our system. I don't have that number right with me now, but I believe I quoted that number the other day. And that's the best way for that type of assistance. Appreciating, of course, that we are 4 hours north of Edmonton, so things that are coming farther than that, we have to kind of evaluate. So.
So the next question we have here is when is the next press conference going to be scheduled?
We will be providing ongoing social media updates, and we will most likely be having another press briefing first thing in the morning. If that changes, we will send out a media advisory overnight.
Before we wrap up, are there any last-minute questions before we sign off?
Bye.
I'm going to take that quiet chat line as a no. Thank you, everyone, for your interest and your concern, and please stay tuned for further updates.
Thank you very much. Good night. Did someone tweet that?